My people, the way this matter take dey go, e be like say this matter don dey pass the Nigerian people power or no be small thing o. E be like say the white people sef na dem wan call to involve for this matter wey dey for ground. So my people, because as this matter dey go, so many people dey cry come outside say INEC, their power no reach INEC. Even for court power no reach INEC. The only place wey go fit solve their problem na how the UN people go take involve. My people, e don settle. Wahala don tie wrapper. The table leg don break. Everywhere don scatter, my people. Hi guys, welcome back to Mama SOJ vlog. How you guys doing? If you are new here, you are welcome. And if you are returning subscriber, God bless you. As you always come back to watch my video. My people, a lot of people don dey do wetin, don dey call the attention of the UN against this election wey be say they do for this 2023, my people. A lot of people dey talk say this election INEC know the truth, say many polling units see wetin dey happen for there, but INEC decided to carry on the election, the call result. Many people don kick against this election result to my people. Now e be like say as we take dey see this election result, the way the matter take dey go, so my people, e be like say they don carry the matter dey comot for court and don go carry and give who their power go fit reach the Nigeria leaders.
Some people say it's free and fair and that it's credible. But there are other persons who have raised questions of legitimacy, of credibility, and of how Nigerians will be able to live together after this election. Would there be healing? Would there be restoration? Because people have been wounded in many ways, and not many people have faith in the outcome of the process. Take, for example, the spate of violence in this election, from Lagos State to Bauchi State to Rivers State to Delta to Abia, where there was an assault on the INEC Collation Center yesterday evening. The stories we have had is all about violence. Over 20 persons died. So must Nigerian leaders waste lives because they want to lead? Must leadership mean I want to lead you by force? Democracy tells us people should be allowed to make a choice. But one of the outcomes of this process that I have seen is that in many parts of the country, and anybody can go and measure it, the reports are out there in the public domain, you find persons saying we must win this election by force. Hence, observers were intimidated. INEC officials were also intimidated. Members of other political parties were also intimidated. In Lagos, in fact, in many parts of Lagos, if you looked, just mere look, if you looked like an Igbo person, you were an easy target. So how do Igbo people look? There have been reports of persons who may be Igbo going to vote. They said, oh, they started speaking Yoruba so that they will not be a target. That's not the standard. That's one. Number two, voter apathy. In Rivers State, in Bayelsa, many of the polling units were empty. In other parts of the country, the same thing. Because people said, look, in any case, they've decided who will win. So why do I have to bother myself? Ovieteme George showed a young man playing football on the streets of Rivers and Bayelsa. And when he asked them, he said, well, what does it matter? We're not important in this election. That is one of the outcomes. Number three, the integrity of INEC itself has been called to question in many parts of the country. Rotimi Amechi, former minister, said, in fact, what we have confronted, what we have seen is a failure of governance. The same government that he was part of, the same government where they made him Minister of Transportation. He declared, both-facedly, shamefacedly perhaps, that look, governance has failed. And that his own party, the APC, was competing against PDP, INEC, and the police. The emphasis on the police is instructive. In many parts of the country, the police were shown, in fact, in Bauchi, no, not in Bauchi State, in one of the states in the north, supervising the distribution of cash. Policemen were seen in some other states helping to steal ballot boxes. In some other parts of the country, ballot boxes were snatched and set on fire. So there's so much out there, that has been reported. So it's not enough to just say, oh, we have done it. Well, that's the Nigerian way. You say, oh, we have conducted the election, let the country move on. Whoever is aggrieved, go to the courts. So the burden, very heavy burden on the courts. And INEC's integrity has been called to question, not just by Rotimi Amaechi, who has questioned the integrity of Professor Mahmood Yakubu. Also, the PDP, in a statement signed by Frank Shaibu on behalf of the PDP presidential candidate, has also called, the integrity of Yakubu Mahmood to question. He's been accused of personally compromising the process and of being an agent of the ruling party. So this is a process that has created more doubts than confidence. And the question is, how will people be able to live together hereafter? In Abule Lado yesterday in Lagos, there was tension. So this electoral process is supposed to bring peace, is supposed to bring Nigerians together. Nigeria still has a long road to travel with elections. Nigeria is in need of healing, is in need of reconciliation. So beyond the triumphalism that we have seen on all fronts, the professional political elite and the relevant stakeholders may not have done so well. However, the EFCC managed to arrest up to about 65 persons who were openly buying votes. You can imagine the scale of the kind of suppression, intimidation, violence that characterized this election.
So I hope I get the chance to speak because I have a lot to say this morning. Here we are, just like where we were in 1983. 40 years after, we've not learned anything. These elections, I thought, was going to turn the corner for Nigeria because it will make it 100 years since we first voted in this country. But we've not learned anything. One thing that came out of the 83 election was the song by Fela that says demonstration of craze, crazy demonstration. Isn't it demonstration of craze that a day before the elections, a person affiliated with a certain political party in Lagos threatened people from other tribal groups, and the police spokesperson came out the next day and said, let's take it as a joke? And truly, on election day, all the threats made by the individual came to pass. Is it not demonstration of craze that people were beaten for voting their choice in democracy? Let's just call their elections dictatorship. Because if you have a right of choice in a democracy and you are being beaten and coerced, and in parts of Lagos, people went around ringing bells that if you are not voting the ruling party, don't come out. And police couldn't stop them. Is that not a demonstration of craze? Is that not a demonstration of craze that innocent journalists doing their work, flying their drones, were beaten and punched in the face? Is that not a demonstration of craze? Is it not a demonstration of craze that the will of people were suppressed? They went for elections to choose whoever they want to choose. And guess what happened? A lot of them ended in the hospitals. But let me tell you something. Despite the demonstration of craze, we have heroes. The true heroes are you Lagosians, that despite the beatings, you went ahead and you voted. You made your vote count. Ayo, you that use your body to cover your votes, despite the intimidation and voted your choice, I put it to you, you are our hero this morning. All the Lagosians that are currently in hospital beds as we speak, that are beaten from going to the polls, you are the true heroes. For those that have won, I'd ask you this. What did you win? Did you win the confidence of the people, or you won intimidation and fear of the people? Did you win the belief of the people, or you won their disbelief in what Nigeria has become, sadly? Did you win the trust of the people, or you won the discontent of the people? Did you truly win them over, or you won chaos on the streets? Did you truly win the affirmation of the people, or you won the coercion of the people? Did you really win the togetherness of the people? Or you won the division of the people because of your own innate selfish benefits? Did you truly win the love of the people? Or you won the disgust of the people? So I ask again, for all of those that won by coercing the people, what did you win, I ask you? One day will come, we'll grow old, we'll be in our dying beds, and we'll take a panoramic view at our lives. Would you truly say that this was a moment you were proud of? Would you truly tell your children that this is a moment I can bequeath to you as my legacy? Would you truly say it was a sweet victory? Because after all is said and done, life will have stripped you to bare knuckle. It will be a preparation to meet your maker, and you will take a panoramic view of your life. You've got nothing to hide or no shame. You are no longer who you used to be. It is going to be you and your conscience. What will you say to yourself about this moment? And that's why today should be a time of introspection. I believe Nigeria can heal despite the brokenness in the country today. But for us to heal, we need to tell ourselves the truth. And for those that did win,
my people, na the video na on a new watch finish so. On a see wetin happen for inside the video. All right, my people, I would like to end the video for you. Make una let me know wetin una think for the comment section. And if una never subscribe, make una subscribe so that una no go miss any latest gist wey I dey upload. Una bye bye till I come on our next time. Bye guys, catch my next video. Bye guys.